everybody. I hope everyone's having an incredible Saturday morning. You know, this is a way to wake up and get going this morning. And I don't know about you, but this weekend is going to be historic in my book. And I hope it is in your book as well. It has been something that has been worked on for so long and so many hours. And we are so excited about being able to finally bring out Ruby version 2.0. And we can't wait till tomorrow night. So if you guys haven't noticed, we are launching on 7/7 at 7 Central Time. So 7/7/7. I like the great numbers. We actually launched at 11/11 on our version 1 coming out of the beta phase. So super excited about tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time to go ahead and let you guys have what we believe, I think what most people have said that have touched it, the world's best AI content application. And it's exciting to see what you can do. When you say that word of the world's best, it's hard to almost wrap your head around it, but there is literally nothing like this out in the space right now. And I'm super excited that we're the first ones to get it there. And it's the one that I believe has a different way of looking at AI technology and having it all work seamlessly together. So Ruby right now runs off of GPT-3.5 in version 1. But version 2, we have IntelliChat, and we bring 9 of the biggest models, soon to be 11 of the largest models the world has to offer, and bring them into a seamless integration where they all know what everyone's doing all the time. And it's a conversation like you and I would have on WhatsApp or maybe a Facebook Messenger, where we have the brightest minds in the world all sitting in one conversation, and you can ask them a question about anything in that conversation at any time, and they're going to be able to respond to you with the full understanding of what that conversation was. And it doesn't matter if they're all on the same platform or not. I could be talking on GPT-4 and then flip over to Claude 3.5 Sonnet and then go over to the Google Gemini, or maybe go into Command. All of those are understanding the whole conversation. I don't have to re-explain it. I don't have to have multiple subscriptions. I don't even have to leave my screen. This is the beauty of IntelliChat. And then, of course, we have something that we're bringing out in version 2, and that is the ability to do anchoring. Anchoring allows you to take trusted material and create all of your content from the AI based on that trusted content, whether that content is on a URL, a website that you really know that information is trustworthy, or if you're going to load that information through a text file or a PDF file, whether you're going to do that, that is a way to get you really good content that you know is trustworthy and unbiased in any way, shape, or form. You. And one of the things you'll see in here that you'll see vision enabled, because GPT-4 Omni, Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, Claude Haiku, and Gemini Pro 1.5 are all vision enabled. What does that mean? Well, if you ever wanted the ability to take a picture or an image of something, and it could be even financials, and you take them and you just drop them into the chat, and then you give a prompt for what to do with that information. Maybe it's uploading your financial documents, saying, give me a financial analysis of where my business sits today. It can be charts, it can be a P&L and balance sheet, it could be any of those things, but it's going to take a look at those as the image, and then you're going to read it, and it's going to be able to give you information based upon that. We did one the other day that was super fun, which was to take a beautiful plate of food, and we pushed it up there, and we said, give me the nutritional value, and I want to know how to make this. Give me the recipe with instructions. And just like that, it drops them in because it sees what is in the image. Vision is another game changer that you're going to have your hands on tomorrow. Now let's talk about completion modules. You know, we've had modules inside of Ruby version 1. It's one of our biggest highlights that was in version 1. Now we have those in version 2, but there's a big difference because they're now inside of IntelliChat. So they're not set up to where they're just completions. They're actually in the chat, and you can actually have that conversation now based upon what it put out. And you can have it with all of the different models, not just the one. You can also connect your personas inside of the chat. So I can have my modules, I can have my personas, I can have my anchoring, I can have my vision, and I can have it on all of the different models all at one time. So super, super incredible. Spy, we have a new version called version 2.0. We also have Ghost version 2.0. These are just adapted to the best and greatest ways that you can go out and check your AI detection and then dehumanize it to get underneath the AI detectors. Personify 2.0 is a game changer. It stands on its own. Like, honestly, just looking at our subscription, this one item alone could be the entire price of the subscription. Personify 2.0 makes everything that you create worthwhile. You don't want to go out and create a bunch of stuff and then have it not be effective. You've just wasted time, effort, money, and everything that's important because you didn't have the right content, speaking it in the way that your target audience needs to hear it to engage it and ultimately convert. Game changer, along with two other pieces that we're bringing to the market called persona crossovers and persona blending. It takes this to a whole new level for people who are really wanting to get into deep diving into marketing. You don't have to have marketing experience to do that. That's the beauty of all of this, is that you'd have to have no experience in any of this really to get it going. But if you were an ad agency, or if you were doing something where you had 5 or 6 or maybe 10 different target audiences that you really could focus on, but yet it takes that much time to monitor that many channels, to do that kind of amount of content and to segregate it and to monitor it and go through and look at the KPIs for each one. It still takes time to manage all of the different target audiences you hit. So even though you can make the content, you still have all the other backside of it that you have to try to do. And yes, AI makes it faster and Ruby makes it faster, but you still may not have that much time. And it may be a short window campaign. Wouldn't it be nice to take those, let's say, 6 different target audiences and knock them down to 3? And that's where you have your persona crossovers and your blended personas so that you can do that. And then if you go into just even further down the list here, you'll find out that our image lab has drastically extended. Not only is it just Midjourney and DALL-E 3, but now we have Leonardo AI and Stable Diffusion. And we have actually over 15 AI image enhancement apps that are being pushed into version 2. We have our voice lab, where you have text-to-speech and speech-to-speech, voice design, voice cloning, and over 1,000 pre-built voices in all different accents and languages. And then you get to one of my favorites, which is Ruby Music, with instrumental royalty-free music and also vocals that you can have so much fun playing around with. There's so much involved in it. And then you go outside and start looking at just the platform itself. It's got the advanced collaborator controls, one-click connections and sharing, Canvas Plus, and I'll just tell you that advanced collaborator controls, one-click connections and sharing, Canvas Plus, and even some of the project stuff that comes with version 2 are going to be pushed into the July 28th release of that, because we have to make sure that all the Canvas stuff is working seamlessly together. And it's the most difficult thing that we have in version 2 to get done. We didn't feel like it was good, but I'm definitely not going to hold up pushing this to market right now because it's so good the way it is. The way that the people have been using it in demo, they had half of the capabilities that we're getting ready to roll out. And it's a game changer. And in fact, if you were one of those people that were lucky enough to be in the demo program and you're here today, I would love for you to throw it into what your favorite parts are, what you love the most, and what you're looking forward to, because everybody wants to hear it from other people besides me. I'm pretty biased, but you're not. You're the ones that have to use it. You're the ones that are paying for it. You're the ones that are seeing it and sharing it and attaching your reputation to it. And so if you have that, drop it in to the comments right now about what it is that you love the most about it. And then we're going to go through a couple of things here real quick. This might be a little shorter of a flex cast just because we have to get a lot of stuff done still today as we're moving everything over into our production environment. And so I'll go through a little things here that I think are super important, and then we're going to start moving through things a little bit differently. So one of the things that I want to make sure that we understand is the brand messaging is altering, because it's not now just about we can do this and we can do this and we can do this. And we have that nice infographic that can easily visually show it to you without having to go through it all like I just did. And literally just let them read it, and they can go through and ask questions if they have it. But our brand message now has to go into an encompassing a huge view of everything that is inside of Ruby, because it takes too long to try to explain everything it can do. And so the main thing is you just can say, yes, it can do any of that. But at the end of the day, there are some key sayings that you can hear over and over, and you can get repeating throughout your networks and throughout the company that will make a big difference. And so here's some of those. One, we're not just building the future of AI. We're uniting it. Yes, it's my saying, so I'm biased. I love it, but this is the reality of it. Is we are building the future. Because the future of AI wasn't like, oh, I can do this, and I can do that one over there, and I can go do this one over there, and I can go do this, and they have this is amazing and that's amazing, but none of them can work together. That just isn't the future of AI. The future of AI is, how do I make my life easier? And if I can put it all together, that's the easiest you can make it. You're not just learning AI, you're mastering it with Ruby. And that's true because you have all of the support materials. That's why we've chosen to take it into this market, to take it to market through MLM and network marketing, is because of the ability to teach, train, and help people. Break down the barriers, but also get them to learn how to do it and master it. And boy, do we have some incredible people here learning to use it and sharing that knowledge. There's something about not having to go and pay $2,900 to have somebody tell you how to use ChatGPT. That is built in to when you're here and being in this community. Ruby AI, the most powerful value AI platform in the world. Been saying that for a while. Love that one. Powerful AI apps, infinite possibilities. That wraps it up in the shortest version. Ruby AI, your all-in-one content creation platform. These are the things that you can use inside of your marketing that will help give a broad view very quickly without trying to go through and explain it a lot. These are great taglines, great little one-liners. The more you use them, the more your team uses them, the more they just roll off your tongue as you're starting to talk. And of course, we have our tryruby.ai site that is coming out tomorrow, replicated so that you guys can go in and put in your username.tryruby.ai. You can send people there. They can get to see the entire way that this is going to work for them. They can see all of the stuff about what Ruby can do, and they'll be able to focus on the areas that they have an interest. And then they can go right to your myflex.ai site to buy it. They'll be able to go through. Now, this is a customer-only site, okay? So this is for customers only. If you want someone to go and do the business, you're going to send them to myflex.ai, which also has a facelift. It has this same page in their products, so they can get to all of it. But they can also see the benefits of the fact that we are more than just AI, because we're about creating opportunity. And they can get that on the myflex.ai site. Now, one thing that you're going to see coming up, tomorrow, if you try to get on Ruby and you see this, that's good news. That's good news for you. That means that we have made the switch over to production. And we will be releasing this just a little bit before our call. That's the plan. So if you see this tomorrow, you're not going to have access to Ruby, because we'll either be testing it or we'll have it ready and ready to go. But when we release it, we just have to, take down this slate and we are live. All right, Corey, let's do this. Good morning, Corey, by the way. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, just through Slack all day, every day. But Corey, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm excited.
It's so funny because we can sit here, we can be so exhausted, and we're like running 100% on adrenaline right now. And you all can probably understand. that you want everything to be perfect, and there's a lot that goes into making this all be perfect. And so we're ahead of the game. I'm super excited about that because like today we're fine tuning little tweaks, things that we didn't have to do, but we have time to do them right now. That's the good news. So everything that's scheduled to go tomorrow is ready to go. In fact, I'll show you a few things here. If you didn't get into Flex Connection last night, you got a little glimpse of how great the Dream Machine is in our video lab. So super cool things there. So anyway, we'll go into that in just a minute. I'm going to try to keep moving through it so we can get through down things as much as possible. So on the Flexonomics for the business side, let's just talk about the way that we're moving our price points. So today we have two price points. We have our wholesale price point and we have our retail price point. And we're still going to have those. But who can get the wholesale pricing is not just by somebody signing up, okay? We want to keep the value of the product at the retail level. Now, the other thing that you're going to see when you look at this is that there is a Premium Plus subscription. So now we have 4 different subscriptions that someone can come in with. They can come in at the basic at 20, Pro at 30, Premium at 55, or the Premium Plus at 100. Those are all retail prices, and everybody will come in the same way. Just to give anybody here that's already in, and to add to the reason why you want to sign people up now before the 8th, is because whoever's in right now before the 8th is going to be grandfathered at the price point that you're in already. You're going to still get that wholesale price point if you came in as a brand influencer. That also goes for the annuals. You'll be able to save not just the difference of the $60 that you're going to save, but you'll also get their 2 months free. Now, each one of these has an annual that goes with it, and it's just times 10. Okay, so it's 200 for the annual for basic, 300, 550, and 1,000. They get 2 months for free by doing the annual. Now, I also want to talk through a little bit about what's in each of the packages. Let's just call the basic a starter package, because that's really what it's intended to do, is let you get in, get wowed, find out if it's for you or not for you for 20 bucks. It's cheaper than paying one time over at GPT. But you get everything. You get all of the stuff. You get 20 credits. Let's talk about words and credits. If you're new and you don't understand about words and credits, this is the best way to understand it, is that every one of our subscriptions has every service. We don't make you have a certain level to get the service. Now, we do have some premium features inside of certain services that you will want to have the premium to have, but you don't have to have those. You will literally have Personify at the $20 level, and you can do unlimited personas. But if you want the persona crossover and you want to do the blended personas, well, then you need to have the Premium or Premium Plus. That's a good way to help build your business, number one. Number two, it's giving values for places and things that we spend a lot of money to develop. Now, you also get 10,000 words. So the best way about looking at the words and credits is that every service is there and every subscription, and you decide where you spend your words and credits. Every one of our subscriptions also has an unlimited chat platform. In fact, you don't just have one, you have 4 free chat platforms. You have ChatGPT 3.5, Claude 3 Haiku, which is incredible by itself. You have Claude Instant, which is clearly the fastest response out there. And you also have Gemini. All 4 of those will be free, meaning that you have unlimited amount of chats to go and do anything you want and won't come against your word bank. And then you have the other premium services like GPT-4 Omni, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Gemini Pro 1.5, Command and Command -R. Those are all at 1 times the word. So however many words it's going to use, that's how many words it will come from your word bank. The only one that's higher is Claude 3 Opus. It's actually 3 times the amount of words. It costs a lot more to use. It is deeper for a lot of good things. And the great thing about all of this is that if you want to know which model to use, there's a learn more that will go through a video that shows you how to use IntelliChat, and then a reason maybe to look at each one of those models and decide and become familiar with which ones you would want to use for certain things. Now, once you have all this figured out with all the credits, your credits are used to create anything that's not involving words, right? So if I am doing an image or a video or I'm doing audio, those are all using credits. And again, you can use the credits wherever you want, because inevitably, you're all going to get this as a distributor when someone says to you, well, I don't ever use video. Why do I want that? Why would I pay for that? I'm never going to use that. And you just like it. Well, you don't have to. You can use your credits wherever you want. It's just available, but one day you might, and wouldn't it be nice to have it there? And that's the way you have to understand the words and credits, is it gives the capability and flexibility for everyone to be in it. And at any point in time, they can use those credits to do whatever they want, wherever and however and whenever and however much. That's the beauty of the model that we have. And then the last thing I'm going to say about this is that we don't have a use it or lose it rule. We have a rollover, which means that if you don't use them, they carry over to the next month. They do go to a limit. We're actually looking at this limit right now, but the limit sets today are at 2 million words and 1,000 credits. You can't have more than that. And they'll continue to roll over until you hit that platform, and then they will go away. But what a great business model when you think about this month I've used a lot, the next month I don't use that much, but the next month I might use a lot. Again, instead of having to go buy new words or up my subscription, I can literally just use what I've carried over. And there's one thing that just makes me so mad about subscriptions like this, because for 4 or 5 years, we've had 4 or 5, 10 different subscriptions running all the time. And some months we don't even use them at all, but our content is there and we don't want to lose the content or access to the content. And so we get in there and we pay for something and we don't ever get to use it. That's why we have this, because that's a pain point. It's a pain point for people who do subscriptions. Like, I don't use all my words, and then if I don't hurry in and I feel like I have to go use them up just so I don't lose them, how crazy is that? And so we fixed it. We put the best of both worlds. All right, so let's talk just a few more things about the business rules. So we don't have 2 different price points that you can purchase coming in. Everyone's paying the same retail price point. However, you can earn the way to get the brand influencer pricing. And the way that you do that is that a distributor or a brand influencer should easily come in and be able to get 2 brand influencers or 2 customers. If you can't do that, then you're really not going to be a brand influencer or a distributor. You're a customer. And that is exactly why we bring everybody in at the customer level. And then for those that are helping promote the brand, promote the business, when they become binary qualified, they'll actually earn the $5 discount. Now, you don't have to hold that, by the way. You don't have to be binary qualified forever. I mean, if you get a person on your left and a person on your right, and next month one of them goes off and you're not qualified anymore, that doesn't mean you start paying the retail price again. Once you do it, you've got it, and you've got it for life. Now, the other thing is the purging. So what do I mean by purging? It's this, that if you come in and within 60 days, 2 months, you can't go out and either get 2 customers or go get binary qualified, then you shouldn't still be a distributor in the system. And we're going to remove you from the tree and classify you as a customer. You don't have to do anything different. You'll get emails and you'll be notified 30 days, 14 days, 7 days, and 24 hours before, so that you know that, hey, you're getting ready to be classified as a customer. And you know what? For people who have not done anything for 60 days, let's just be honest, they're either just squatting, taking advantage of you, the one working it, or they just don't have the time or interest to go and build it as a distributor. that doesn't mean they're not going to be a great customer. And it's best to put them where they belong, because the worst thing that you can do in this business is to start taking a lot of distributor and brand influencer promotions and driving everything into someone that doesn't have any interest in it whatsoever. The first thing that they do is they just jump off the email list, and we can never talk to them again. We can't give them anything, and now they're just completely out there on their own. We don't get to see anything that's new, and they go away. The fact that you're a customer, though, allows us to go and market to you as a customer. You can talk to them as a customer, and they can always just click a button in their back office as a customer to upgrade. It costs nothing to upgrade, and if they are removed and they want to come back in, they can upgrade and jump right back in. The only thing is they have to go to the bottom of the tree. They can't stay in their position. So if they want to hold the position that they're in, they need to be actually being a distributor. And I hope that this is a good way for you to understand that. All right, the first thing I want to do is, well, I'm going to talk about selfless. I was supposed to put this slide at the end, but just so you all know, I'm always going to have selfless involved in anything and everything that we do in our conversations, whether it's our pitch, whether it's in FlexCast, and actually as FlexCast, gets moving and selfless gets fully launched out into the ether, we'll have full sections just about this, because this is one of the things that people need to understand about who we are at Flex and Ruby, and that it's not cause marketing. And though I always say that cause marketing is not bad, it still helps a cause. It's just the intent different than from a social entrepreneurship platform where it's a passion, not a cause. And so that's what it is for us. So you understand that it's truly a passion-driven motive here that was actually wrapped at the very beginning of this is the reason why we can go and do this. And it's built into the financial model that 10% of what's being brought in is being pushed there to fight this fight. And so just understand that that's part of who we are. Now, I have been going through the Flex Connection and finding incredible stuff that's being created inside of Ruby. Last week was super cool, but Bobby Ludwig just threw this one up like just a couple of days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I love it because it just shows the variety of things that you can do inside of Ruby, and you can make it so emotional and so deep. So congratulations to you, Bobby, for creating this great thing, and thank you for sharing. Okay, so you're seeing right now the latest when it comes to our version 2 release. You might see a few things that are different, even from the things that we've shown you, like our project default, where you'll be able to go in and find the project that you want to be working on from there. But you can also go in to create, and you can go and create your new projects, or you can actually use an existing project that you already have made. So all of that is something that you can do through our different ways of going through and working. Some of the things, yes, you will also find over here. IntelliChat has vision. So as I told you before at the very beginning, it's super easy to use. When I click on the little thing, plus sign down there, you'll see I can actually go and bring an image in. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to bring a quick image in. It's going to upload the image and put it into the bar down here so I can see it. And now I'm just going to hit process with vision, and I can describe what I want to do. So like, I'm just going to tell it to describe the image. Okay, so now I've just kind of given a very simple thing, and it will go out and actually give you an actual description of exactly what's in that image. And guys, you can go out and get a ton of stuff that you want with it. It's just so amazing what you can do. One of the things that you'll want to see as you get through here is all the different platforms are listed here. You'll see these little icons off to the side. If you hover over it, will tell you this is anchoring enabled. That means that this one has the capability of doing anchoring. If you see this little thing, it says vision enabled. That means it allows for vision. You're also going to see the usage amount. So free, unlimited use, 1 times words used, 3 times words used. And then you're also going to see down at the very bottom, vision. Every time that you use an image in vision, it's going to cost you 100 words. Okay, so it's not using credits to do vision, it's using words. So another reason to have your words available is when you're doing vision. It's for any image that you upload, and you can upload up to 20 of them at the same time, okay? And you can really do a lot. So think about it like, hey, I could take images from a presentation and I can now put them all in there and take a look at it. I will tell you this, because I know what people are gonna do, and I just said that. They're gonna go get their PowerPoint and drop their PowerPoint in. It only accepts images, okay? So you'll have to export those out into images, and then you can let those images go into the vision. Now we have the plans in the roadmap to create plugins that you can then start to use to say, hey, I have the PowerPoint plugin, and you can actually then use that to, drop in a PowerPoint, and the PowerPoint will then go convert itself into images and do all that for you. But right now, that's how this works. All right. So that's everything. You can see all the different things that are sitting in here. There is a couple of things new over in here. You have your conversations. You do see anchoring. So if you're in anchoring and you don't see it, it's because you haven't selected a compatible model. So you have to come and get a compatible model that you can come and find and use to do that. If you're not familiar with this, then you're going to love watching the video that is going to be under the Learn More. And here you'll find the video that will tell you how to use IntelliChat, and again about all the models. So much stuff, guys, that are in here. Prompts are being added right now. So your saved prompts will show up here. And then, of course, you have your editor with an expandable window. And we now have some tooltips over here to let you know it's a wide view or a narrow view. All that stuff's down at the bottom as well. Okay, so, if you haven't looked at Personify, it's got a totally new facelift. It's insane what it can do. I'm not going to go through everything there. Spy, new facelift, can do a lot of amazing things from here. Ghost allows you to do the same thing as you did before, except you can do a few more at a time. Prompts, this is where you're going to actually create new prompts and save your prompts. You can tie them, okay, whatever project is up in your project is where these prompts are going to be linked. So if you want to go in your generic or general files, they're going to go to your default. If you want it to be in my project, I'm going to go to my project. I can do a very simple thing to create a prompt. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to select which model I think is going to be the best one for it to use, a default model. Now, why is that important? Because when you do a prompt and you pull that prompt into IntelliChat from the prompt window, it's going to automatically flip over into your preferred model when you get ready to run this. Again, you can select a project if you don't want that one up there. And then you just create your prompt. You can also make it a favorite, so it's being flagged. And you create the prompt, and they're there. You also have the ability to come in here and do a mass delete or whatever on edit those. You can edit it by coming in this way. Okay, that's prompts. Hadn't seen that. That's kind of new. Image Lab. Well, it's exciting to see that we now have all these new things that we can do over here. Leonardo AI is in here now. SDXL is in here now with all of these cool models, by the way. When you choose your models, you can have all of these presets that can really help you get great imagery from your prompts. You also will see something new, even in Midjourney. One of the things in your presets, you'll see more presets. We have more presets in here for you guys. And you can do some incredible things by just finding these presets. All about making it easy, right? Also, just speed in general. I'm just going to do something really quick just to kind of show you. This is on DALL-E 3, just how fast we immediately start to go and build the image. I mean, how cool is this? How fast we are now putting it in to building this stuff, guys. I can't wait for you to get this in your hands, but I want people to see it. So you need to get people over on the 7.7 deal, right? So I love DALL-E 3 can do. All right. Then there's a little thing over here. It's called an image gallery, guys. This is where you can see all of your images. You can pull them over. You can do mass bulk action stuff. So I can go in, I can select all, by the way, if I want to do that. And then I can go in and I can also delete them all. I can reset everything. You're also going to be able to link them to projects. You're also going to be able to download them all at the same time. So however you want to do it, it'll let you do that. But you can also go through and do one or two at a time and say, I don't really want those. I'm just going to delete those. Done. It's pretty simple. If you hit the apply, those are going to be removed out of it, and now you can see everything is here. But also what's great about this is that you can go in and click on any image. So let's just click on an image. It's going to go into this beautiful detail view. And of course, you have all your scrolls over here to see all the other images that you want. And when you click on it, it always tells you which generator you used. It always gives you a description of what was actually used to create it. And you can copy that prompt and use it again. A couple things that are different here is when you hit view, you now it's popping up and you can immediately download that image right there. And you don't have to do anything different about that. I can stick it right on to my downloads. Okay. Wow. Just so much cool stuff. And if you want to close it, you just close the window, guys. It's that easy. You don't have to go back and forth or lose what you're doing. You know, one of the things that we did when we looked at this was that when you're in there building something, you might have multiple versions of that going on. I don't want to leave here. I just want to open my window and see and compare all the different ones I'm doing. And maybe I could actually start to use this one and do something different with it, right? Or maybe I want to take it and I want to edit on this one. So I might just go ahead and do that. And that should actually open it up. So you'll be able to go in and start to really fine tune everything that's going on. You want to go back to your gallery, you click the go to gallery image. So anyway, very cool. That's new. Your voice lab, I think we've been through all that. I'm not going to spend too much time here. You know, speech to speech, text to speech, all of it's there. You get everything that's playing through here. Super easy. Can't really hear it there because it's in StreamYard. Your voices, these are like your favorites. Then you have your voice library, voices to choose from. And let's see, Ruby Music. I would love to see in the chat how many people would like to see the little video piece, because Video Lab is so cool. You know, we finally got integrated yesterday into our whole setup here, so we can actually play with it in the whole setup. And it's great because you can do some incredible things, and this whole thing just allows you to see all the different videos that you're doing. You click on it, it's going to pull it up to the front, and of course you can play it. It's really amazing just what you can do, and honestly, it's pretty fast. I'm saying under a minute to get your video. They come in 5-second clips. If you aren't familiar with AI video, I'm just going to tell you that this will be the biggest advancement that we have in the rest of 2024 and in 2025 will be how video becomes used in AI. And you can kind of look at the same process that we use with images where, you know, Dolly started it, and then there's Midjourney that came in and they got really a lot better. And now today they're incredible what you can come up with. You're going to see that same advancement happening here inside of everything going on there. Ruby Music, obviously you all know about that. You can go and create amazing tunes through just genres, or if you want to do vocals, you can come in and just describe what you want, like the ones we heard today. I can play some of them, but all of this stuff is just right here at your fingertips, guys, and one of the best applications you'll ever get your hands on. Our projects manager, you haven't been able to see that yet. That's an easy way for you to see it. And by the way, they just did a deployment, which is why you saw that get broken there. So let me refresh and I'll show it to you live. So there you go. And so you'll have that. You'll have your asset manager. Everything else, like managing your accounts, guys. Everything that's like managing your workspace and all that, it's all done from the bottom profile. You can see which subscriptions you're using. You can rename them. You can make one of them your primary account. Usage, being able to see all the things that you've used in your usage, and tying it down here. You can always see like when were credits added. I can always go look at every single time that a credit was added. What was it added for? You're going to see like monthly subscription or your initial things, or if it was an adjustment, or if we give you stuff for winning here. Your workspaces are there, your collaborators are there. One-click connections will be there, and of course you see Closer coming soon as well. Guys, this is a very quick way to show you all the different screens that we're having there. With that, I'm going to say that we're going to wrap it up today. Thank you for everything you're doing. Get